Welcome back, everyone. Let's continue from where we left off and let's continue exploring how Java treats certain arithmetic operators. We've seen what happens when we use modulus. Now we're going to see what happens to special cases where we use simple arithmetic operation division. Okay, now to do so, let's create a new class. Go to your section 1_3, right click, new class. Let's call it division operator. Finish. It creates an empty class for us, and let's declare our main method, void main string args, and let's open up some space. For beginners, before we start declaring numbers and all, actually let's do that. That's going to be easier for us. Int num1 is equal to 11. Int num2 is equal to 3. Now, in mathematics, 11 divided by 3 is equal to, I say 3.66666, 3.67 or 3.66666, right? And to the infinity. Let's open up our calculators just to verify. 11 divided by 3. Yep, 3.666. At the end, you get 7 because this goes till the infinity and it's rounded up to become a 7. Okay, good. But guess what will happen when I will say system out println number 1 divided by number 2? Do you think we're going to get the same as here, 3.666? If you guessed otherwise, you probably guessed correct, and you probably know why this happens. And you probably had experience with other programming languages, but if this is your first time, you will be surprised to know that for Java, 11 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Because what happens is, since you're dividing 11, an integer, an int, or a regular number, with another regular number, Java is going to give you a result that is an int, a regular number. And we said regular numbers do not have floating numbers. So Java simply deletes this, okay? And says 11 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Let's put it back. And therefore, we need a modulus operator, which we saw before, to define what is left off, right? So if I do this, what is line 12 going to print? We saw, to our surprise, that line 11 is dividing 11 by 3 and printing out 3. And I'm sure you guessed, based on our previous recording, that 11 modulus 3 is going to print 2. Run. Exactly. Okay? This is one reason why we need modulus operator. There's going to be another use cases that you'll see through our assignments and all, but this is how modulus and division operators complement each other, complete each other. Okay. Now let's say you want to see these floating point decimal places. In that case, you cannot simply use int. You're going to use one of two floating point variables. What are they? One is float and another one is double. And which one is a default value for Java? Double. This is float is single precision, double is a double precision. Okay, so if we are to say, let's go by double, we're not going to confuse ourselves with float. Double n1, or let's say d1, right, is equal to 11.0. We're going to have to declare a 0.0. Double d2 is equal to 3.0. And if I do system out println d1 divided by d2, let's see what we get. We get 3 and 2 that come from above, and we get 3.66665. Okay, now I will dive into why we're getting 5 instead of 7 just in a bit, and let's just test our modulus operator on floating point numbers. And what is the output going to be? Let's run and see. It's going to be 2.0. Instead of 2, you're going to get 2.0. Okay? Now, there's one more thing that I want to share with you, and that's going to be cases where you don't want to declare double every single time, right? So basically, let's say you have a completely, let's say this is a separate case, right? Case scenario. Let's say you want to divide two numbers on the fly. You don't want to declare variables and stuff. You want to divide two numbers on the fly. Let's say you want to divide 12 by 5, and you want to see what the output is. If you do this division, you're going to get 2, right? Because you have two integers. But what if you want to see 2.4? I believe that's the output, right? What if you want to see 2.4? How can you do it? What you need to do, you need to add a floating point number here, a decimal point, to either one of these or both of these numbers to convert them into double, right? So this is going to print out 2.4. If you don't declare both of them as doubles, if you run it, this is still going to print out 2.4, or if you put the decimal point on the second number, it's still going to print out 2.4. Back to the first square. If you do not put a decimal point on any one of them, you're going to get 2. So it's a common practice that if you want to divide two numbers on the fly, and if you want to see what the output is, and you want to get the decimal points, just add 0.0. Answer is 2.4. Awesome. So these are the few division specifics that I want to share with you. And remember, before we move on and recap, I want to tell you one last thing, which I believe is absolutely clear for you. You cannot divide by 0. So system out, print lane 1 divided by 0 or 0.0 per se or whatever is going to return something on the screen that is red. Awesome. If you see something like this, oh, they even give you explanation here. Read these red warnings. We will talk about them way down the future, way down the road, but feel free to get yourself comfortable with them and read them, okay? Division by 0 is not allowed, neither in mathematics nor in Java. If you even do a double, something that fun to see, when you divide to a double number, it becomes infinity. And in the next recording, we will tell you why, we will share with you why this happens and how come Java treats doubles or floating point numbers a little bit differently. Instead of error, we got an infinity here. I will see you in the next recording. Thank you very much.